red light therapy is becoming part of people's daily routines.
Then, severe weather season is here. What experts say you should do before storms hit.
Later, how road closures are pushing some Omaha food trucks to new locations.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
Good afternoon, I'm Elise Gaines.
And I'm Elamise.
An overnight shooting left one person critically injured in North Omaha. Police were called around 2 this morning to a home near 44th Street and Curtis Avenue. When officers arrived, they found an adult man suffering from a gunshot wound and listed in critical condition, according to Omaha police.
Senators from Iowa and Nebraska are defending President Trump's continued strikes on Iran. Senator Chuck Grassley and Senator Pete Ricketts told reporters yesterday that the U.S.-Israel campaign is necessary for national security. Asked what victory looks like after the deaths of service members from both states, Ricketts said the goal is to degrade Iran's missile and nuclear capabilities, and that the operation would end when those objectives are met. Grassley said no one wants to see any loss of life, but called the strikes the right thing to do to eliminate the threat.
Red light therapy is becoming a growing wellness trend across the country, and now Omaha residents are turning to it for skincare and recovery. Reporter Bailey Cook shows us how one local studio and even at-home users are embracing the trend.
Red light therapy, once limited to medical offices and specialty spas, is now becoming part of everyday wellness routines. Here in Omaha, Beam Light Sauna offers full-body red light panels alongside infrared sauna sessions. Kyler Eggsbuehler is the assistant manager at Beam. He says most customers come in looking for relief from inflammation and improvements to their skin.
So with the red light, the biggest one we do is inflammation, and then also skin benefits are the big thing. I feel like that's what we get the most out of people coming into the studio, is those two big ones.
As more people explore alternative wellness options, interest in red light therapy continues to grow.
While this looks a little futuristic, red light users are not only going into studios like Beam, but they're also purchasing at-home red light masks.
Research claims certain wavelengths of red light may help stimulate hair follicles by increasing blood flow and cellular energy, which could support hair growth over time. Lily Hernandez, a Beam employee, says after learning about those potential benefits, she decided to try it for herself.
So using it over time, I asked my mom, because my mom braids my hair every day, and I asked her, I was like, have you noticed my hair like feeling thicker or whatever? And she actually said yes, so I thought that was really cool.
From full-body treatments in wellness studios to wearable devices at home, red light therapy continues to gain popularity as more people explore new ways to support their wellness.
Red light therapy is gaining popularity here in Omaha and across the country. At Beam Light Sauna, staff say more clients are coming in looking for relief from inflammation and skin concerns. And it's not just happening in studios. Many people are also turning to at-home red light masks to try the trend for themselves.
Bailey, we're seeing red light therapy all over social media. Is there an actual research behind these claims?
According to Harvard Health Publishing, red light therapy is believed to help reduce inflammation and boost collagen production, and research suggests it may improve a range of skin concerns. However, experts also say the results can vary depending on the device used and how consistently it's applied, and more long-term studies are still ongoing.
Thanks, Bailey.
With that new data shows Americans continuing to spend big on wellness, even as other areas of consumer spending slow down.
U.S. consumers are now prioritizing wellness purchases more than many other categories, as people invest in fitness gear, supplements, beauty, and preventative health products.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha has announced the closure of its campus childcare center. Estimates from the Buffett Early Childhood Institute show more than 4,000 children in the Omaha Council Bluffs metro area lack easy access to childcare. The university's closure could make that shortage even worse across the metro.
On February 23rd at 7 p.m., parents, staff, and faculty at the University of Nebraska at Omaha were notified that the UNO Child Care Center would be ceasing operations on May 22nd. The UNO Child Care Center has been a staple of the university for 39 years, providing child care services to support student parents aiming to acquire a higher education. One of the students affected is Kaylee Frost. a mother at the university.
Obviously, my 2-year-old doesn't understand what's going on, but my boys, my older kids, I told about it. One of them is 4 and one of them is 7.
After divorcing last year, Miss Frost and her children have been living off of her financial aid. And if unable to acquire and afford childcare, Miss Frost fears she will no longer be able to continue as a student at UNO. Parents have been wondering why the childcare center is closing in the first place. The university claims that it is due to enrollment hovering over 50% and not reaching full enrollment since 2020. Staff members such as Reagan Kinnison, however, claim that enrollment has been low due to the university's lack of support.
It's a university. If you're going to preach about how you support your students, staff, and faculty and the community areas that are surrounding it, then support your child care center.
The Student Government Association at UNO held an open forum meeting on Thursday, March 5th, for affected students to voice their concerns about the closure. The Student Government Association has since put out a statement in support of the Child Care Center and is pressuring the university to reconsider their decision. For the Omaha News, I'm Caden Weber.
Founded by the Student Government Association in the late 1980s, the UNO Child Care Center has supported student parents by providing access to child care and early education opportunities for children in the program.
After the break, how new dietary guidelines could impact Nebraska farms.
Then, Omaha renters face tough choices as prices keep climbing.
You are a maverick. You stand ready to change the world. You are an innovator with bold ideas and a vision for the future. You are determined to turn your dreams into reality. You are a leader, committed to making a difference. With Omaha as your campus, you're at the center of it all. Here at UNO, you dare to dream, to innovate, to lead, to shape a brighter future. You are a maverick.
Create. Perform. Communicate. College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha's bookstore is home to more than books. The UNO bookstore accommodates all students' needs with phone and laptop repairs at the iFix UNO station or free residence hall delivery. The bookstore, located in the Milevale Student Center, is full of Maverick merchandise. Find sweatshirts for chilly Nebraska days or cozy UNO mugs for every coffee fix. Shop anytime at unobookstore.com.
March through May marks the peak severe weather season in eastern Nebraska. Storms can bring flooding, hail, strong winds, and tornadoes. Meteorologists say the key is being prepared before warnings are issued. Reporter Keys Verose explains what Omaha residents should do now before the sirens go off.
Here in the Midwest, severe weather season is here, and storms in eastern Nebraska can build fast. Clint Eggeter is a meteorologist and weather forecaster with the National Weather Service in Omaha. I asked him how quickly can storms turn dangerous.
Yeah, so it can develop very quickly. So seeing the first blip on radar to a full severe thunderstorm warning, it can be as little as 30 minutes or 20 minutes even. Storms can develop very quickly.
That means once a warning is issued, residents may only have a couple minutes to react. So Eggeter says preparation needs to happen before that moment.
As far as like a preparedness kit, I would recommend having water, maybe some non-perishable food, have shoes, batteries, a weather radio, and maybe any medication you need as well.
Storm warnings only give people minutes to react. If you're deciding where to go after the siren sound, you're already behind. Being ready ahead of time means families move with a plan instead of panic.
Eggeter says that plan should also include knowing the safest place inside your home.
Yeah, so find the safest place in your house for a severe storm. So like your basement is your number one place. If you don't have a basement, find an interior room that's protected by walls, don't have any windows in there.
Karima Zawuatar is an international exchange student on campus, and she says she doesn't have a plan in place if a storm were to hit.
I don't have any set plan, but I just think that I would go to shelter That's all, because I'm not used to these conditions, weather conditions.
With peak storm season ahead, meteorologists say now is the time to identify your safe place, prepare a kit, and turn alerts on before the next warning is issued. And here in Elkhorn, this neighborhood was one of those impacted by the tornado. While most homes have been rebuilt, the memories of that day are a powerful reminder of just how destructive Nebraska storms can become.
Meteorologists say reviewing your severe weather plan now can save valuable time when storms move in quickly.
On the topic of weather, get ready for dramatic temperature swings. Some areas will see highs in the 40s while others reach the 70s with a chance of snow in the north and isolated severe storms in the southeast.
Meteorologists say these shifts will continue through the week, so residents should stay weather aware as conditions change rapidly.
The new dietary guidelines for Americans focus on real foods, but how is Nebraska affected? Reporter Bella McAtee has this story.
On January 7th, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services under RFK Jr. released the new dietary guidelines. The pyramid centers around eating real foods and foregoing processed options. Carla Gornell is one of 3 founders of the Take Root Farm Stop in Dundee, a market that sells Nebraskan-made and farmed food.
A lot of people come in with their kids, and the kids are, they look around, and I think they're interested in learning what it is. And, they're picking up different produce, how does this grown? It's just, I do think we can make that change.
What really drives Take Root Farm Stop is the farmers and producers that allow their customers to have options for nutrient-dense, locally grown produce. Oh, like this. Long Walk Farm in Council Bluffs is owned by Matt Johnson and Tiffany Clifton. The farm sells produce year-round to Take Root as well as Scratch Kitchen restaurants in Omaha. Matt says that small farms have the ability to produce more if there's both a market for it and government support.
Last year the administration cut funds for School from Foods and for local food purchasing, and that caused a harm to a lot of producers that were producing food on scale that would go to schools and go to pantries and food banks.
Matt hopes that the guidelines create a sustainable market for farmers, getting more Nebraskan-grown foods on local dinner tables. For the Omaha News, I'm Bella McAtee.
With the new guidelines in place, citizens should be more conscious of their eating and aim to eat real foods and even local foods.
After the break, how one team turned hometown pride into a historic championship.
Then, how local soccer teams are helping shape the city's next generation of players.
I never thought I'd be standing in the clouds looking down on the ancient ruins of the Incan Empire. I never thought I'd live among the street artists in Valparaiso. I never thought I'd make friends that would last a lifetime.
Adventure's out there, and as Mavericks, it's up to us to find it.
Stop thinking, start doing. Visit educationabroad.unomaha.edu.
The 13th Floor magazine is a student-run campus literary journal that features poetry, creative nonfiction, fiction, microfiction, screenplay, and visual art from UNO students, alumni, faculty, and staff. It is produced by the students in the Writers' Workshop Literary Magazine course. New issues of the magazine are published every spring with a public launch party to celebrate its release.
Welcome to this week's edition of Omaha Sports, your home for the latest headlines, highlights, and stories from the heartland and across the country. I'm reporter Gage Peterson. This past weekend, Nebraska crowned its girls basketball champions at the NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships in Lincoln. In Class A, Lincoln North Star Navigators captured the program's first ever state title, defeating the Omaha North Vikings 51-35. Senior stars Annie Liu and Kendall Anderson combined for 34 points, helping the Navigators pull away in the second half to win the championship. In Class B, the Bennington Badgers completed a perfect season, beating the Gretna East Griffins 49-38. Bennington jumped out to an early lead and rode a 23-point performance from Macy Reiner to secure the program's first state championship, capping off a 28-0 record as a team. After finishing their undefeated season, Bennington celebrated a milestone moment at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln. Joe Sutton shows us how the Badgers turned a title game into a night their community will never forget.
Norris entered the state tournament as the top seed, having beaten Gretna East twice during the regular season, but the third time was different. In the semifinals, Gretna East flipped the script, knocking off Norris for the first time all year. And if you wanted to know how Gretna East felt about their chances, you didn't have to look far. In the student section, the message was clear.
We win this game because we have the best coach in the state, we have the hardest working players.
State title night brought out the entire community, from the student section to the youngest fans in the crowd.
On nights like tonight, it's bigger than basketball. It's hometown pride, bragging rights, and judging by the noise in this crowd, neither team was willing to give an inch.
Bennington's fans set the tempo. The Griffins matched it, chant for chant, but on the floor, Bennington stayed in control, and when the moment called for one more play, Macy Reiner cleaned it up for a second chance bucket, the exclamation point on a championship night. In the middle of the floor, the emotion set in. Hugs, tears, and a season of work finally rewarded. For Bennington parent Chris Redmond, it was personal.
It's exciting. I've known these girls since they were really young. Obviously my daughter the longest, but I see the hard work they put in, and it's exciting to see them be able to achieve their goals.
A championship trophy, the reward for staying steady when it mattered most, and for the fans who set the tempo all night, it was a celebration shared. Bigger than basketball, under the blue lights at PBA, reporting for the Omaha News, I'm Joe Sutton.
This title marks the end of Bennington's time in Class B. Next season, the Badgers move up to Class A, bringing championship expectations with them. As one champion prepares for a new chapter, another team here in Omaha is working to build its legacy from the ground up. The Omaha Kings and Queens are creating more than just a soccer program. They're building community. Reporter Ivan Tovar has the story.
Inside Baxter Arena, the Omaha Kings and Omaha Queens take the field backed by families, local supporters, and young athletes watching from the stands. From pregame introductions to high fives in the tunnel, the connection between the teams and the community is clear. For Kings player Manuel Lita, representing Omaha is something he takes pride in.
It's an honor to represent Omaha Kings, a lot of the guys I play with are, local players, and just being in the community and representing soccer here it's a great feeling. I'm honored to be here.
That pride extends beyond the field, from youth players practicing alongside the team to fans celebrating every goal. The Kings and Queens continue to inspire the next generation of athletes in Omaha. Head coach and owner Emmanuel Viel says building that future starts right here.
We have a vision, we have a mindset, and we want Omaha and the next generation to have this opportunity that most people never have, and this is what we do because we love the game. The ball connects everybody within each other, and this city means everything to us, and same for the next generation. So the Kings and Queens are about our community.
Here at Baxter Arena, the Kings and Queens aren't just playing for wins, they're playing for Omaha. With strong support from the city and a focus on the future, the Kings and Queens continue to prove that in Omaha, soccer is more than a game. It's a community. For the Omaha News, I'm Ivan Tovar.
As the season moves forward, the Kings and Queens hope to continue strengthening their connection with fans here in Omaha while competing at a high level. That's your sports for this week. I'm Gage Peterson. You can join us for our next sports update March 26th, right here on the Omaha News.
Breaking news this morning, traffic is backed up for miles.
In the noise of every day, tune into peace. Stay classical, Omaha.
There seems to be like this gathering right here of really great minds and really great ideas.
I think it's a great moment, to teach a UL student.
Being here, I get like a jump start on my journalism career.
I found a lot of people that are interested in like the same things as me.
Sort of a lifetime changing career for me and the best way it could happen.
In Omaha, construction has impacted small businesses in areas across the city. Food trucks that operate directly on the roads also get affected. Reporter Samira Zarazua explains how road closures force mobile vendors to find ways to operate around the cones.
With the recent construction in Omaha, road closures have affected small businesses, including the food trucks in the area. Mecca, an organization that operates the riverfront downtown, helps food trucks by working around the construction, ensuring that there are parking spaces available and trash cans provided for food waste. Katie Bassett, the vice president for parks at Mecca, explains how they support food trucks.
We have space that's reserved just for them. So that really helps, it's outside of the street area and really helps them continue to have that dedicated space even with construction going on.
While there are measures to help these mobile businesses, the construction continues to add to the stress food truck owners face.
With food trucks operating directly on the roads, this is how Latin Bites takes on the challenge.
Nicole Izquierdo, the owner of Latin Bites, began to use neighborhoods to run her truck.
It's kind of hard. Omaha is growing. There's multiple food trucks, and there's not many parking lots just dedicated to the food truck scene.
Latin Bites now operates on the corner of 21st and Q in South Omaha.
We are very thankful for this location because the community here has been great so far, and it's only been 3 days.
As the construction timelines stretch on around different areas of Omaha, food trucks may need to continue to work around the road closures or find new locations to operate their businesses. I'm Samira Sarasua for the Omaha News.
Construction in Omaha is ongoing, and some timelines for city projects are extending. Food truck owners have begun to find ways to work around it, moving to where the customers are.
Omaha has long been considered one of the more affordable places to live in the Midwest, but rising rent prices are beginning to challenge that reputation. Reporter Pablo Perez looks at what's driving those changes and how renters are feeling the impact.
Compared to many large cities, Omaha is still relatively affordable. The average rent in the city is about 23% lower than national average, but housing data shows rental prices have steadily increased over the past decade. Jacob is one of many renters navigating those changes as the housing market continues to shift.
I had my sights set on an apartment in downtown Omaha, and I ended up not living there, but I was looking for an apartment a year later, and that apartment was no longer an option for me as the prices had rose.
As rent continues to climb, many renters are adjusting their budgets and reconsidering where they can afford to live. Local real estate agent Paul Wojcik says the rental market in Omaha is becoming more competitive as demand for housing continues to grow.
It's always about supply and demand, and in Omaha we've had a big demand. There's a lot of people needing rental properties, and so there's only so much supply. And when you have more people that need places and want places, that's where the competition happens. And as competition happens, that's when we start seeing the price increases like we did. Seeing it in all different types of rental properties, including multifamily and the single family component.
Experts say factors like population growth, limited housing supplies, and rising construction costs are all contributing to higher rental prices across the city. For the Omaha News, I'm Pablo Perez.
City leaders and developers are looking at ways to expand housing options, but for now, many residents are feeling the pressure of the tighter rental market.
For many Americans already juggling rent and everyday expenses, there's another cost rising at the same time: gas. Gas prices at the pump are climbing again, with every state now averaging more than $3 per gallon. The national average is about $3.58 a gallon, the first time since 2023 that gas prices have topped $3 nationwide.
In the world of entertainment, actor Timothée Chalamet is facing backlash after a recent interview with Matthew McConaughey, saying no one cares anymore in regards to classical art forms like opera and ballet. Performers and arts organizations quickly pushed back, taking to social media to defend the lasting impact and cultural importance of both. That's all for today. Thanks for joining us for another edition of the Omaha News.
Before we wrap up, we'll be off next week for spring break, but we'll return March 26th with more meaningful stories from across the metro.
In the meantime, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at UNO, the Omaha News, or visit unomahanews.com for the latest stories.
From all of us here at UNO Television, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
Coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Faded grass to a full.
You are a maverick. You stand ready to change the world. You are an innovator with bold ideas and a vision for the future. You are determined to turn your dreams into reality. You are a leader committed to making a difference. Your passion for finding solutions transforms research into real-world impact. You are unique, and your voice matters. Your individuality breathes life into the community you're shaping. You are driven, always striving for excellence. Your passion, your hustle, it's not just about today. It's about opening doors to tomorrow. Every skill you sharpen, every connection you make is building the foundation for your future success. With Omaha as your campus, you're at the center of it all. Here at UNO, the possibilities are as endless as your potential. You dare to dream, to innovate, to lead, to shape a brighter future. You are a maverick.